the European merchants, they are coming to the coastal areas, particularly Lagos, Calabar, Port Harcourt, etc. So that when they came with remnants of loaves of bread from the crew, from the Navy crew, from the ship. And when they came out, they brought some certain remnants out of the ship. And that is the beginning of tasting or having much knowledge about bread in Nigeria.
The bright sunshine of Nigeria makes me to believe that all over the world there's no place like Africa. For Nigeria is my home.
Another widely consumed food in Nigeria is yam. It's a versatile food that can be eaten fried, roasted, boiled, pounded or grinded into flour and used to make a dish called amala. In southwest Nigeria, amala and ewedu soup has been watering mouths for centuries. To Nigeria's Yoruba-speaking tribes, amala and ewedu isn't just black dough and a slimy soup. It's a mark of their identity.
The food I like very much is amala, to be honest, because there's a special feeling when I'm making amala anyway, so it is just part of me. If you wake me up now that I should come and make amala, I'll just, yeah, let's do it. Because that's one of the basic, major meal that sold me out, especially on the internet, on Twitter, Instagram and the like. So people get to know me because of the amala I make for events. So it is one of the meal I like to make most.
As ewedu is to the southwest, is bitter leaf soup or onubu to the southeast. We have now trailed the scent of the local Igbo delicacy to Oraku, a village in Anambra State. Many people here grew up watching their parents plant and sell bitter leaves to earn a living, and today they do the same for their own families.
Ejigoro m ihe gbasara ọrụ a na-akọ. Ejigoro m ekita anụ wee gbaa aja na village m. Anyị ga-eji wee lụọ.
Stanley is a bitter leaf farmer. He cultivates this 8 plot of land, and once it matures, he harvests it, soaks it, and takes it to the river where workers process the leaves the traditional way, by squeezing hard to remove the bitter taste, a process that may last for hours.
This our business. This bitter leaf, we don't have season. It's not seasonal. It's only that during this, as we are in rainy season now, during this rainy season, the work is lesser. The work is lesser because you don't have to irrigate the farm. You don't have to water the farm. Rain fall constantly. But what makes it difference from the dry season is that during the dry season you use your water pump, you use our pumping machine, yes, to pump water in the farm. But the work during that dry season, it pays more than this rainy season, because that is when you get the fruit of your labor. All that we labor during this rainy season is during the dry season that you get your money back.
Bitter leaf soup is not only eaten as a delicacy among the Igbo-speaking tribes in Nigeria. Its extracts are also used to manufacture medicines, and the leaves are in high demand in international markets. Stanley says he exports as much as 100 buckets of bitter leaves per day to clients in the diaspora and can hardly keep up with the demand. Local dishes across Nigeria vary from region to region, with egusi, ogbono, owo, banga, edikaikong, afang, ewedu, oha, and bitterleaf soups being among the most popular. They are usually eaten with swallow, a local slang for the dough made usually of cassava or yam. 24 of Nigeria's 36 states cultivate cassava, making her the world's largest producer of the crop. And we have now come to Masaka in Nasarawa State to visit the market famed for its abundant supply of yams and cassavas.
I use my cassava to produce akpu. This fufu. Yes. They use cassava to produce gari, akpu, or fufu. It's only Akwa Ibom people call it fufu, but many people call it akpu. So they use it to produce gari and abacha, and so on and so forth.
Every Thursday, cassava processors like Ike converge at Masaka Market to buy cassava off farmers. He owns a small gari processing factory where workers peel, wash, soak, and grind the cassava into a mash. The mash is then pressed hard to remove the raw starch, after which it's then sieved before the frying begins. The laborious process usually involves at least 10 persons working together to get the end product. But with a large market of gari eaters in the country, demand always outweighs supply.
No amount of gari you take to the market that you won't sell, because it's a food where the rich and the poor eat. You understand? But the challenge we are having is moving them to where the consumers are.
Just like bitter leaf, cassava is a multi-purpose crop. Every part of the plant, from the roots to the leaves, has both food and medicinal uses.
We can get animal meal from cassava, we can get starch from cassava, we can get chemical from cassava, we can as well get food from cassava, we can as well get manure from cassava. Now, if older youth can work the way I'm doing now, I believe in the next few years to come, we'll be looking at the oil sector or the government, we won't be looking at those areas. We'll look straight on gari business, because gari business can give us what we want.
Nigeria's strongest resource isn't in her oil or agriculture. Her economic strength is in her people, the entrepreneurs that keep the system running. One of them is Bayo Adedeji. Bayo has been serving hot, sweet-tasting snacks to Nigerians since 2016. He owns yam plantations and employs over 30 staff at his street food business. His leverage is yam, one of Nigeria's most abundant staple foods.
We have taken street vending. We've taken street vending and taken it to a new level, right? Where we've made it more modernized. We've made it clean. You can look at my staff behind, they're well dressed, they're properly trained, they wash their hands before they touch the food. But basically, we are able to keep street pricing, right, for more hygienic food, and we deliver. Our bikes are going to show up here now, so our customer service team is taking orders right now, and that's what all our locations do, and that's how we drive the business.
Bayo embodies the Nigerian character of hard work, resilience, and entrepreneurship. With an MBA in finance, he took off with his own business, first as a shoe retailer and then as a street food vendor in 2016.
Instead of you just importing stuff, we take our own local fried yam, we grow it, we transport it, we improve it, we sell it, we distribute it, and within one economy. and now we're about to export it. That right there is an economic value chain that Nigeria needs to revitalize its own economy. And that's what we're doing. And creating employment, and creating empowerment, and creating, a business opportunity. A person that owns our location is hugely successful. Somebody was telling me, I'm about to quit my job and do this full time. That is amazing.
With our bellies full from tasting local dishes across Nigeria, we set out to fill our eyes with the wonders of African art.
We've been sitting down for so long. We've been fooling around for too long. We've been sitting down for so long. And I've been fooling around for too long. So long, for too long, so long, too long. Hey. Oh Lord, can you hear me now?
Since pre-colonial times, Nigerians have been expressing their culture through sculpture, brass and bronze casting, and woodwork. The skill with which Nigerians worked wood into multidimensional objects fascinated foreigners so much that they stole thousands of art pieces from ancient Benin, most of which are currently in the British Museum. Foreigners might have stolen prized artworks from Nigeria, but what they couldn't steal was the essence of her art, which has been passed on many generations to modern-day sculptors like Anthony Olofin.
Our culture cannot die, and that is why I'm promoting Nigeria culture and I'm promoting African culture work, because it's an unending generation. So whatever you see in our work, we are training people so that if we are no more, they are still alive to continue. It's a continuity of the job, which we collected from our forefathers. Today we are still there, and we are training people too. Tomorrow they will still be there. So it's on an ending generation. So we promote our Nigerian culture, African culture so well, both home and abroad.
At Anthony's workshop, you'll find figurines depicting everyday life, traditional gods and deities, royal figures, and animals. Through delicate carvings and painstaking work, Olofin portrays the Nigerian identity on wood and aims to restore pride in Nigerian arts. But even his best efforts are yet to pay off.
Foreigners respect our culture than we in Nigeria. And I believe if our government should be able to focus on this thing, I'm telling you, there is money on this thing than cool oil they are talking about. There is money on this thing than agriculture they are talking about. Because it's an international work. This thing I'm doing, this thing you see here now, we have some white people, they will come with their container. Are they not benefiting from it by the time they are shifting this thing to their country? But I can do all these things 10 sets. You won't see Nigeria to participate. They'll come over and buy. But you see all these white people fighting themselves. I will pick this one, loading in on their container. How many kings you get to their house and find this kind of a share? They will start going to foreign. You can imagine, they will go into foreign and buying gold share. How many senators has kind of share in their house? We have furnishers carving shares. How many of them promote it? If you go to the presidency, you will see all those foreign shares there. So they don't think that it has value. And we are giant of Africa. On this artwork, the sculpture, we are still the best. And that is why the white people respect this work. So I'm appealing to Nigeria, let us promote our culture. I'm appealing to the government, let us promote our culture.
Why then do Nigerians seem to trivialize her art, while foreigners will pay any price to get it? I caught up with art connoisseur Sharon Okafor for answers.
A prophet is not appreciated in his own hometown, like they say, because we see it all around us, everywhere. We don't appreciate them because they're everywhere. But when someone comes into our country, like a foreigner comes in, it's strange to them, it's new to them, so they appreciate it. It's just normal. So we have to project it, and for prosperity's sake, for people coming, after us, we have to try to start appreciating it so that the people after us can appreciate it. We'll have to do something about it to make us more aware of the beauty of our culture.
Another ancient but thriving artistry in Nigeria is cane weaving. Welcome to the workshop of Donald Kane, a popular cane craftsman in Abuja. For over 10 years now, Donald has been weaving cane into chairs, tables, baskets, flower pots, you name it. His bare hands are his working tool. He carefully weaves cane into patterns to create a beautiful work of art, something he says he's proud of.
This is our background, this is what we do for a living. Our forefather, they did not sew it out like other Africans did. So we will not do the same thing. We have to hold our rights because this is what they taught us before they're gone. So if we hold our rights, we use it to grow our own children.
Donald's colleague shares the same view. He's more pleased with the fact that materials required for the job are sourced locally, especially from Edo and Delta states.
This one is natural. This one then they go say they go bring out. Now only we dey do it by ourselves. They bring out for this our bush. But for this our bush one we get here. Now we dey get out for this one I be the thing when grow up for this our source. For the material grow up here, we know they go buy it for market and for bush they go buy it. That's why if you can say this Africa. That's why I prefer to do this one. Because it's different, all those furniture, all those things. Because this one is natural. Because this is Africa based. I too like this work because this work they give me joy because I dey do I dey enjoy it because the way I dey do I just be like say me say I be the Africa. That's why me I like the work because it's Africa, it's Africa. Yeah, if you do it, you gonna say yeah this one is really cultural something that you do. So you say you go admire am.
Like sculpture, furniture made of cane is in high demand for export. But despite its cultural and economic value, its market potential has not been fully explored.
Those are our Africans, they don't use this one. Even in the village, if you go to the village, even the royal chief, most of them don't use this one in their palace. They prefer the king palace. You put upholstery because the first king we have, he said the pride of Africa. So the people that need it, like the Oyibos, they use it in their beach. You understand? And they use it in their tourist center, in their museum. It's a challenge. Why? It's a challenge for the new minister or for the new agricultural minister or for the new science minister to develop those ideas and for the government to know that these things, then if you know you cannot use them, don't let them useless here. You give people that want it so that I can make use of it because the world we are, there's no idea is waste.
Modernization seems to be a big influence on how Nigerians